In the previous video, we have taken a glance at what exactly wildlife sanctuaries and national parks are. Now let us move towards the third type of protected area, which is very interesting. But tell me one thing, why is this protected area the most interesting of the three? The answer will leave you amazed. This area does not just protect the natural flora and fauna of an area, it actually protects an entire ecosystem and its human culture as well. Yes, you heard me right. Biosphere reserves provide protection to indigenous tribes of the region as well. So how exactly can we describe a biosphere reserve? It is a reserve which is a vast land containing either a terrestrial or a coastal ecosystem. Did you know that a biosphere reserve can even have a national park and a wildlife sanctuary within it? Yes, a biosphere reserve is only a protected territory. For example, the Pachmarhi Biosphere Reserve consists of one national park named Satpura and two wildlife sanctuaries named Bori and Pachmarhi. Can you guess how many biosphere reserves we have in India? There are 18 biosphere reserves found in India. Let us look at the biosphere reserves in some more detail. These areas have endemic species that harbour in them. What do we mean by endemic species? They are species that are found in a particular area. In other words, some species of plants and animals are found only in a particular region inside the biosphere reserve. A particular plant or animal may be endemic only to a zone, area, region or country. These species are closely dependent on the environment. Do you know what happens when some foreign species are added to the zone? Yes, the endemic species will be threatened. They can even cause vast damage to the endemic species. Biosphere reserves are therefore very complex protected areas. They do not only help the flora and fauna, but also help protect the culture of a region. Now I'm sure you know the difference between the three protected areas. Have you heard something called a red data book? Yes, this book is used to record the names of all the endangered species. There are two different books for plants and animals. Why do we need to record the names of these species? The main reason is to ensure that proper care and prompt action is taken to save these species from extinction. There is another tiny aspect we need to look at before we conclude this lesson. Have you heard about migratory birds? These birds move out of a region when the climate or seasons change. These birds fly long distances when their habitat becomes extremely cold and inhospitable. They fly for laying eggs or merely for survival. How are these related to our protected areas? Well, our protected areas are the very ones that provide shelter to these migratory birds. Seems like the protected areas do serve various purposes. In our next lesson, let us look at some other ways in which we can conserve and protect our biosphere.